Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Strike day 2.
Hey, Amy, is your puppy sleeping?
Oh my God. He wore me out. I don't know where he is.
We're just waiting for everybody to enter the room and then we'll start. Takes a while.
We had great dog turnout today.
Solidarity.
A pause. Oh. Wish we could get the band to play on Zoom, but we had today. If you were out picketing,
just ask him to play.
If you were out picketing, if you were out picketing today, tell us in the chat. Marching or singing anywhere in the state of New Jersey. It was a beautiful day. Yeah. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Okay, so welcome to our nightly update on how things are going with Rutgers University. This is an incredible event where campaign, and we're in day 2, and I don't know about you, but I'm really exhausted. But also we had an amazing day where I was in New Brunswick, and hundreds of people joined in a joyous celebration. I was on Cook Douglas. We had music. We had a great turnout picketing. It just kept getting bigger and bigger. And then we marched through New Brunswick to Wynitz Hall, then to Voorhees Hall, to College Ave, and picked up people along the way, had cars honking and music, and everybody who participated. Is there anybody who's on this call who wants to share that joyous moment we had walking through New Brunswick? Better than me, because I'm a little... I don't know. I'm looking for some live on the scene from today. Wrap-ups.
Amy, it was fucking awesome.
Who is that?
Tom Mumji.
Okay, great. I think that says it all.
Amazing, Amy. It was the best.
It was
The
fucking
best.
awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah, there's no words, right? When we met up at Wynitz Hall, there was a whole, I thought we were as big as we could be, and then there was a whole bunch of people coming towards us and with signs. It was just beautiful. So beautiful day, beautiful picket. Let's keep it up. It matters. We're going to hear why it matters and how it matters. So we also want to hear now from people in Newark and Camden. So
I think Amy,
yeah.
I think we were going to try to have the video from New Brunswick.
Oh, God. Okay, yeah, right. Let's share something.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Multimedia.
Oh no!
Oh my God. Look at this. They had a lot more people.
This was later in the day. This was after everybody converged. In case you were wondering.
Just a really good happy moment.
Yeah, it
Yes.
really was. Maybe we'll share the link in the chat so people can see it
For sure.
without the Zoom problems.
Yeah, sorry.
I have some
Maybe we
video
should
of the
back.
song they were singing.
Yeah, okay, so great, thank you. So let's go to Camden, and Jamie Price is going to give us an update on how things went there.
Can we interrupt? I'm really sorry for this, but could we report from Trenton first, because we're under some time pressure here?
Oh, sure, go ahead.
Sorry, comrades. Did not mean to speak over anybody, but we are,
Yep.
yeah, under some deadline pressure here in Trenton. So I'll just offer a really brief report from the table. Hey, comrades, my name is Whitney Strube. I'm an associate professor in the history department in Newark. And so I'm representing Newark on the bargaining committee. Just some brief comments here, and I've got them scripted so I don't ramble incoherently. So forgive me if I'm a little stiff, but we don't have granular, detailed updates yet. More of a cosmic update. Well, what's going on is that there are a lot of moving parts and a lot of complexity, but the thing we want you to take away from this is we do feel like we're making progress. We'll get more detailed about that in the hours to come, but right now that's really our big message. The other message the bargaining team collectively wants to express is our appreciation for Governor Murphy's intervention. We all listened to him on WNYC here in the room in his office last hour, and we had a big round of applause when he said, New Jersey is a union state. We took that as a very positive sign, along with a lot of his other comments. We remain a united front when it comes to prioritizing our most vulnerable members, such as adjuncts and grad workers, and focusing on priorities that affect the community, like bargaining for the common good. So we were really happy to hear Governor Murphy explicitly affirm his commitment to equity and diversity. We're still hashing out what that means. We're working on it. We're here in Trenton. It was a late night last night. It's going to be a late night tonight. But we're at the bargaining table. We're working for a fair and just contract. We think we're going to get there. We will definitely keep you posted, but that's basically what we have to report. For now, we're all deeply inspired by all of the action on the picket lines. It's breaking our hearts to be stuck in this room for 10 hours a day and not out there with you. So thanks for all of what you're doing, and solidarity, comrades. We're going to win this. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And on an an anticlimactic note, I'm going to hand it over to Kathy here as well from Trenton.
Hi, guys. Dr. Catherine Monteleone, RBHS. We've had a better day today in that we got in the room and we got our issues discussed, both economic and non-economic. We don't have a lot to report in terms of specifics, but the mediators are working with us. And we have great support from these guys, keeping us in their thoughts and making sure that our issues are out there. So we're waiting for economics comp stuff to come back to us. Kathy Brummer was here today. That was a big plus. So, and I presume she'll be here, to keep working with us. So we'll see what happens, but at least our issues are in the room. We spoke about, not just comp, but our other issues that are really important. And we're all in solidarity here. We're all moving forward together. And that's the big issue.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody, David Letwin here from the Adjunct Faculty Union. And, we had said from the very beginning that we weren't going to win our contract at the bargaining table. We were going to win it with the power we generated outside the bargaining table. And you all are proving that every minute today. All day we've been getting texts. Amy has been sending me videos saying, share these, share these, share these. It's been extremely exciting and inspirational to see. And you are going to win this contract. Faculty, staff, community members, students, all in alliance. You are going to bring home this contract to us. So thanks for all the great work. It's incredibly inspirational to see how the strike has grown. It will grow more in the coming days. Keep it all up, in solidarity from Trenton.
Thanks, David. Hi, everyone. Becky Given. I cannot reiterate enough how much your action, your picket lines are fueling us. It's keeping us going. These days are long. It's hard. We spend a lot of time waiting, and then we have to think fast. We expect a late night tonight. We don't think we'll have a contract tonight, but we'll be back in the morning, and we feel good. We feel like we're getting to a better place. We think we feel hopeful, and I feel like we're going to win. We're going to win a contract that works for the most vulnerable, for our communities, for our students. We've said that so many times, but we really mean it. And if you're ever locked in a room for this long, you want Howie Swerdloff making sure you get to eat. That's what I have to say. If you want to know what solidarity looks like. Howie knows it's partially about your stomach. So
Strike's still on. Strike is still on. We're gonna win.
stay out there, and we can't wait to see your updates.
Cool. Thank you so much. Love the progress word. Progress is what we need to hear. So let's now go to Camden. Is Jamie Price ready to give us an update?
Yeah, so things were absolutely amazing in Camden. We had a bigger turnout today than we had Monday. The weather was beautiful. The picket line was great. We had games going on. We had some stretching. We had a student band, Comet Head, that came and played. And so that was really energizing. We had awesome art activities and printmaking going on. And we were lucky enough to have the support from a lot of other sort of affiliated groups like the United Auto Workers Union, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, who brought us pizza, just tons of other people, the New Jersey Educational Association. We had people come from Temple's grad student organization. We had people come from the AFL-CIO. So we just had tons of support from other allies in the area. And so we're really excited tomorrow to show up and to have a really good, strong presence on the picket line again. And we do have a reading tomorrow from our MFA students in Camden. So they're going to be doing a reading and getting our energy up again. But yeah, Camden is going great. It was awesome today.
Great. Thank you so much. And Newark, is Kyle Rismandel on the call?
I'm here, Amy. Hi, everybody. My name is Kyle Rees-Mandel. I'm the vice president of the Newark chapter. Similar report. Energy was high. Crowds were big. Noise was loud. I got lots of reports from my colleagues at NJIT across the street from Rutgers Newark that we were interrupting their meetings with our chanting. And we managed to be on the street and more visible to the public today. So we got a lot more support from people driving by and honking. Yeah, we had solidarity from a number of local unions. I can't find my list now, of course, because it's 8:30 and I got up at 6:30. But we also, the Newark Water Coalition donated tons of water to us, which was an absolute big help in keeping everyone hydrated. Yeah, we did it. We ended our day actually with an MFA reading by our MFA students in our world-renowned MFA program, Rutgers Newark. That was actually a really kind of nice end to the day. So we'll be back out there tomorrow. We expect the weather to be hot, but we think the picket lines will be hotter.
It's great. Thank you. A couple people raised their hands. So let's go to Paul from Camden. Paul, you're muted. Oh, and now you disappeared. Okay. We don't see you and we don't hear you.
How about now?
We hear you. We don't see you, but we hear you.
Okay, just some other good news from Camden. While I was there, I went to a couple of the buildings where a lot of the classes are held, and they were basically empty. So that's great.
Great. Okay, so we want to see shut it down. Liana. And great on WNYC, ask the governor, by the way.
I was hoping to talk a little bit about New Brunswick actions today. Is now the time?
Go.
Okay, because we had a really amazing day in New Brunswick as well. We had strong pickets across the board from Bush to Livingston on our, forgotten Livingston campus. We even had a news crew come speak to us and interview us along with some undergrad journalists and reporters. So that was a sight for sore eyes. We then converged on Cook Douglas campus where we marched through the streets of New Brunswick. This march was organized by grad workers on Cook Douglas, and we essentially marched through the center of New Brunswick. And I would say that every single person in New Brunswick right now knows that we are on strike. The solidarity from the community was outstanding. We had people leaving their work to come cheer us on, to wave at us, chanting alongside us. We had our Mason Gross Blaustein comrades who were on the picket line in downtown joined us in the march, and we converged on College Ave on Voorhees Mall, where the College Ave picketers were waiting for us. So we had hundreds upon hundreds of members and supporters out today for a mass rally. Our pickets were filled with music. I saw so many pets today. It was a beautiful thing and just really an outpouring of energy and the support. Again, I'll stress that we're getting from community members who are in our fight with us was strong and palpable today.
Fantastic. Thanks, Liana. Hank?
Yeah, I want to echo what Liana said about New Brunswick. I was on College Ave all day. You can hear it in my voice, I think, and it was remarkable from the beginning. This morning, we had a large, robust, active picket, and then we took it on the road. We marched from Scott Hall all the way up College Ave, around the Library and Sky Building, back down George Street, and all the way back around, and then we marched in front of Winans, and we chanted, and assuming that Holloway was in the building, there's no way he didn't hear us. And then we came back to Winans, where we met all of you guys, and that was the most amazing sight to see that many people converge at one place. It was an inspiring day, and that was the capper for me. So the only down note is that we learned that the Speaker of the Assembly has the worst tin ear. His speech to us in the morning essentially amounted to, you guys we just want to get you guys back to the bargaining table and back to work. Like, well, okay, you kind of missed the mark here, but
Thanks,
that was
Hank.
the only negative.
Okay, thanks, Hank. I'm going to call on Mish, and I have to say, I watched Mish for hours and hours and hours today with a megaphone leading the chants in Cook Douglas, and she's just, I don't know where she gets it from, this super energy, and then she led the march. So I have to say it, Mish, I was watching you, and I'm just in awe.
I'm horizontal, but thank you for all of the credit. I don't deserve it. I was actually going to come here and shout out the fact that Liana did mention that we took to the streets today, but we actually stopped traffic on George Street like we did yesterday. So we actually marched in the street, and there were 150 people yesterday. Today, I would say there were about 600 people marching, because Livingston joined, Bush joined. Then we met up with Mays and Gross and Blaustein, and then we joined everyone who was already picketing and marching on College Ave campus. I can get some more specific numbers later after I check in with some folks, but I also wanted to just say that I think the big win today was that undergrad students joined us in the hundreds. And a lot of that has to do with the coalition organizing, the R1 coalition organizing. So I just wanted to give a huge shout out to our undergrads, because they showed up in the hundreds today for us, and we put out an emergency call through R1 coalition. And they really helped us shut down New Brunswick. So I hope that folks are sort of checking in with their undergrads and encouraging them to come to the pickets, because they really showed up for us today.
Yes, thank you. The students were amazing, and really, really happy to be there and help us and support us and march with us. Dennis, you're muted.
Oh, thank you very much. Sorry. Yeah, no, I was up in Newark, and Kyle was right. You know, we had a much smaller space to occupy, but we were both on the heart of the campus, and as well as occupying like the plaza outside of the law school where I work. And it was super energized. There was a broad mixture of undergrads as well as strikers. And, the nice thing is too, is that the police response was also supportive. It was very, very, very. So we had a great time, and I look forward to being out there tomorrow. I'll see you, Kyle.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you, Dennis. Was there anybody else who wanted to share what happened today and what they felt? And look, I don't know that we're going to get a contract tomorrow, but we are going to get a good contract from this. This is the way you do it. You have to trust this, and we are building it, and we can see it happen. Oh, Tom, all right, I see you on Stack. Sorry. Go ahead. Where'd you go?
Let me unmute myself here.
Okay.
If you know anybody, I've just been spending the past 15 minutes with my colleagues at Raritan Valley Community College. telling them that if they can get out tomorrow, come out. If you know anybody, if they are workers in the New Brunswick area, if they are working at another college, let them know that we need people to turn out tomorrow.
Mhm.
Today was amazing, absolutely amazing. But it's the classic. If you know three people, go text them in the next 5 minutes and tell them to turn out tomorrow. Because
Great idea.
as awesome as today was, and today was awesome, we're going to need more people. We're going to need more people out in the street. We're going to need more people if we're going to come out to Voorhees tomorrow.
Yep. Okay, so everybody, and they get off the call, text 3 people you know to bring them out. Doesn't have to be Rutgers, could be community people that you that are nearby. Thank you, Tom. Come.
Just wanted to say we worked on Bush this morning to seek some other like building unions and trades unions. Whether or not it's successful, always be speaking to other workers as they're going by your picket sites. The bus drivers are always honking for us on Bush. Everybody is always being supportive. Go up and if somebody is taking a break, ask them if they're in a union. And if they are, ask them, you know, what we can do to support them and what they can do to support us. Always be bringing everything about this to building big solidarity, because we've gotten great support from the other unions on Bush while we've been picketing.
Thanks so much. So we want to make sure we end this at 8:30 so people tune in, because you know it's half an hour on Zoom after the full day. We're at our limit. So I'm going to go to Sherry and Donna, and then we'll close out.
Yeah, just 2 things. One is actually, I want to bring in something that's coming up in the chat. Some people who stepped into this meeting a little bit late, after all, we've got about 600 people on this call, didn't hear all the bargaining update. It would be good to have like a reprise of what is happening and what we expect to help our colleagues who just joined. And secondly, I really feel, frankly, can't emphasize what Tom said enough. Trenton is watching what is happening on our lines, and who is showing up in our lines. They need to see that we are serious. It is going to be in the 80s through the week. Wear sunscreen, dress appropriately. We need people to be out there. And, you know, in New Brunswick tomorrow, come for the drag show at 1, stay for the march to Winans. This is going to be important. It is worth the effort. It is worth treating this as a full-time job to picket, because this is the way we're going to create the pressure that the bargaining team needs to get what we need at the table. But I do hope that we get maybe a quick reprise from Amy about what's happening at bargaining and next steps, because a lot of people showed up a little bit late and didn't get stuff.
Yes, I got that. Is anybody still here from Trenton?
Not from Trenton, but I just want to understand, Sherry, there's a drag show?
Our rebellion is going to be dragged. Absolutely.
At what time?
Well, 1 o'clock in front of Scott Hall will be the first of them. And then a little after 2, we'll march off to Winans. And then back at Voorhees, there's going to be a drag show interspersed with some more musicians after at 5.
So I'm down in Camden. What campus is that?
We're at College Avenue.
Okay.
What about the picketing at College Avenue at Scott?
That continues at the same space. We'll be picketing.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, everybody. I know we're running out of time. I just wanted to say this is amazing. And it's so exciting to hear all the simultaneous pickets that are going on. I have a request for volunteers, which is that we want to have a disciplined group of picketers that will go to Trenton tomorrow and are going to help bring some of that power and creativity to make sure that management can also hear us. Physically, they can feel our presence there. And I know there are a lot of us that live in Philadelphia and live in that part of Jersey. So I put my name in the chat, my email address, but we're really looking for people to volunteer I do think tomorrow is a big inflection point. We're at our maximum power. And I think it's good to give them a little bit of taste up close, as well as the enormous show of power on all 3 campuses. So I'm going to put my phone number in the chat.
Good point, Donna.
Okay, so somebody's asking, I think it's who are we negotiating with? We're negotiating with the same team we've been negotiating with. Do you mean, are we on the governor's end? I think that was
The question is to me?
no, thanks, Don. I'm sorry. I'm just reading the chat and trying to get this.
Jim Doran.
Jim, yeah, I think he's probably asking, knowing Jim, about the governor's side. Chief of Staff, I'm sorry, I don't have the update. It was the people in Trenton. They're doing what they're doing, and we are super busy all day. So I was waiting for 8 o'clock, and I'm so glad that Daniel took notes, which maybe I should do tomorrow night, and put that in the chat of what we heard. If this is not what you need to hear to know when we're ending the strike, we don't know yet. That's the problem with, with not the problem, but that's the nature of what we're doing. And we just have to trust the process, and we're doing it really well. We're doing what we need to do outside the bargaining table for them to do what they need to do at the bargaining table. So, Erin, thank you. Erin?
Yeah, I was just going to say that what I took away from the bargaining update at the top was that they said a lot more money is on the table, and they think we're much closer to settling, in particular, our economic demands. And they feel actually optimistic that they will be able to do that for all job categories. And the non-economic stuff is still yet to really be discussed. So I think that is the level of specific that I took away from it, and that the pickets are working.
That's
Thank
what
you.
I heard also.
Good. Okay. So I think we are at 8:29, and if there's nothing urgent, Hank, you have something urgent?
I just want to hit again. We need to really hammer on the non-economic stuff when we're talking to people to make sure that stays front and center, because that's easy to get lost. If you watch the news, they want to focus only on the numbers, but we have to really hammer that other stuff, no matter who it is that we're talking to.
Yeah. Yep. And equity on all 3 campuses. And, we are fighting for a better Rutgers for every place. So it's not just one constituency. I know people are asking about NTTs. Hopefully we'll hear tomorrow night some more progress on that, some more updates, but tune in tomorrow with the same link at 8 o'clock and we'll hear more. But thank you everybody who tuned in, and let's keep doing this. Let's keep fighting. We're getting there. I think we're doing what we need to do.
Quick question.
Yes.
This morning, there was some concern with regards to distribution of people and kind of a question about sending folks to Livingston for tomorrow. Is there any need in a particular campus to shift? Because certainly at Douglas Cook, we were looking good.
Yeah.
But if there's a need, does anybody know that right now?
Liana.
We always need people on Livingston. We have a smaller group of faculty and grads there. So we're going to be rallying starting at 9 until about 1 o'clock, I would say. And we're actually doing a rally with our URA comrades at 11:30. So we're going to have a show out from them. But if anybody wants to join us on the line, our Bush comrades were there today, but we welcome everyone and anyone to join us on Livingston every day.
Where?
Outside of the student center, between the student center and the library, Alexander Library, or
okay.
Whatever the library is called on Livingston campus. My brain is complete mush right now.
So a group went back and forth from Bush today. So if you're on Bush, there's a what is it, God help me, the LX or whatever it is that goes between the two to shuttle between. You can use that to go to both pickets.
Great. Okay. Good to see you all. See you tomorrow outside on the picket line, and take good care, everybody. Remember to text 3 friends to come out, whatever campus, wherever you go, be outside with us. Bye-bye.
Goodbye. And thank you all.